Yo, welcome, friends. Welcome to episode 205 of the Michael Lab Show. We're back doing it again. Every single episode is a blessing, and I'm grateful for Jesus, and I'm grateful for Muhammad, and I'm grateful for Abraham, who's the OG of all the gods. I'm pretty sure he's a dude who created it all. I could be completely wrong. Exciting. It's exciting. It's Thursday. You guys are watching this on Thursday. And I have decided, I put up a Instagram story on Monday of the sorts that basically said, I am going to start once again attempting to do vlogs. And I'm super excited for this. This is something that I have always done. I've done vlogs since 2012. The last vlog I did was July 8th of 2019. So it's been just under 2 years since I did a vlog. I stopped doing vlogs when I started making the podcast. That will not happen this time. I'm going to continue the podcast. I'm going to continue doing the podcast Tuesday and Thursday, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to continue to do the vlogs. That's not going to go away anytime soon. But what I am going to do is I'm going to start doing, did I say vlogs? I meant podcast. The podcast is not going away. It's going to continue to post. I'm going to continue to do it. I have no intentions of stopping the podcast at all. But the vlog is something that I'm super excited to get into. As of right now, I'm planning on just doing 2 episodes a month, so nothing crazy. That could easily change. It could easily change to 4 episodes a month. That could easily change to 1 episode a month. I want to do it the same way I do the podcast. I would like to do my vlogs on Wednesday, so I got to figure out like all that, like moving around and stuff. But the reason why I want to do it is because I love the creativity of doing vlogs. I don't know anybody else in my life who does a vlog or a podcast, and I love editing. There's an excitement that you get before you put out content. I think it's probably the same way where people put content out for like an Instagram post, or they do it, just for like a TikTok, or they do it for like Twitter. There's a dopamine rush. But what I think makes vlogging and YouTube more exciting, in my opinion, is that it's art. It's videography. It's editing. It's the creativity that it takes to do a vlog. Like when you do a vlog, there is a storyline. There's a beginning, a middle, and end, and you got to figure out how to chop that up. And I don't know. It's something that I stopped because I wanted to do the podcast, and I stopped at a time when I was going back to school. And by the end of this year, I will be graduated. I will have a bachelor's in business entrepreneurship. So I think it's about time for me to just get back on the horse, get back on the saddle. I have no reservations about doing it. I'm super pumped. So as of right now, I'm getting the camera equipment ready. What I have is a Sony AX5000, which is a vlogging camera that I have had since 2012, 2013, maybe like 2015. But I've had this camera for a long time. This camera was actually bought by me and my buddy Connor, like I said, in 2015. We went to Best Buy, and we were going to start this fitness vlog, which was called Elite Fitness Labs, which I have recently deleted all of the, for that question, please contact the bursar's office. Cool. Okay, I'll go ahead and do that later. Colleges are just giving out money right now from the CARES Act. But at that time, we were so broke that it's not that we were broke, but we wanted to get a really nice camera. So I remember going there, and it was like, I think it was like a $250 camera. And I think I used my credit card and he paid me cash. But you know, I don't know, it's super exciting. I feel like I've been missing something, at least in the terms of creativity. And I love the podcast. It keeps me on my toes. It's exciting. I love editing it. I love coming in twice a week. And like, obviously I do. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. You can't, there's no way you could do something for 2 years straight every single week and comfortably say, I hate it. It's impossible. You would end up quitting. You would not do it. But it is, I have been missing that thing, at least in creating, and it's the vlog. And I feel like everything else in my life is so settled right now. Like, I feel like I'm in control of a lot of different things, like school and work and relationship and the podcast. And I think it's time for me to at least put one egg in a different basket. And let's do it. Like, the vlogs did well. People love the vlogs, consistent comments on it. The last thing I did was like the shred, where I lost a bunch of weight. And I think it's going to help the podcast grow, and it's going to help me grow. And, you know, it's exciting because I'm at the point now where I'm graduating. I'm going to be graduating within this next 4 or 5 months. So it's going to be cool to document all that. But you know, it's a new thing. And hopefully I'll get my first one up. I don't know, early July, probably be early July. If you guys are watching this video right now, I'm currently on vacation. If you guys are listening to this podcast, I'm currently on vacation. I went away for a while. And the next podcast you guys are going to watch, I'm also gone. So I'm probably going to start vlogging the day I get back, and it's going to be a new thing. And, you know, it's a new chapter, not a new chapter, but it's just time to get the ball rolling again. And, I don't know. I go back every once in a while and I watch the vlogs, and they're so fun. Like, it's really interesting. The one that means the most to me, the one that I watch consistently, and I choke up just thinking about it, is the one where Taylor and I went and got Riley, our dog that we recently had to put down. I forget what episode it was. I'm literally getting goosebumps just talking about it, because getting goosebumps. Also, I'm sweating and the sweat's drying on my skin and it's cold. No, but really, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it, because this is the 21st century, and I was able to document the entire process of us rescuing our dog. I don't know what episode it is. I could probably look for it right here. I just don't want too much dead noise. Let me just go down. I think it was one of the earlier episodes. It's probably titled like "We Got a Dog" or something like that. It's officially over. The truth hurts. I have no idea. Where is it? This one? I lost control. Mike's Mind Rides. It was his first. Oh, we adopted. There it is, right there. Yeah. So if you look at so February 9th, 2019, was a day that Taylor and I went ahead and picked up a dog, and it's crazy to see. Like, I documented the whole process, us going to the vet. I think it's right there. Yeah, we're leaving to go to the vet. Blah 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 blah. She's looking at it right there. God damn, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, it's nuts. I don't know. There's just a different. I'm watching the video right now, but there's a different feeling you get. You can document your life, and there's a lot of things that happen. You know, this right here is just an example. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. I remember this day. I mean, we were not like, Taylor and I were not like, we weren't, our intention was not to get a dog that day. Well, I didn't know we were going to get a dog that day, but Taylor knew, and I guess just didn't like, I don't know. We could both argue. But like, you can just see right here, she's signing the papers to get the dog. See? It's wild. Like, this is crazy that I documented this. It's so cool. And then right here, Right when it ends, you can see it's getting there. Almost there. See? We got her right there. Oh my god, my heart. I'm gonna start crying on camera. Look at her. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. Fuck, man. Look at her. She's so happy. You can't see it. Can you see that? Oh, she's so scared. I remember that day. Like, look at me hanging out with her. See her? And she's so cute. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm so pumped to start vlogging again so we can record more of these moments. She was, God, I can't believe she's gone. Fuck, dude, that sucks, man. You don't know what you have until it's gone. But let's talk a little bit. Let's get off this. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. I already did cry. I don't want to continue to cry. I'm a real man. I'm a real man. I don't cry. I don't cry. Let's talk about bombing the hell out of Syria. Dude, what's going on, bro? What's going on, man? I thought we were not bombing the shit out of countries anymore. Yo, I don't know. Like, I'm not, I'm sure Syria, like Iran-backed militias threaten revenge after U.S. airstrikes in Iraq. You guys are watching this is kind of old news. Dude, if you guys are watching this, at this point, we could actually be at an all-out war with Syria or Iran. Like, this is just mind-blowing. This is just mind-blowing to me, dude. It's so funny, like, 2 months ago, Biden's like, oh, we're going to pull the troops out of Afghanistan. We're like, woohoo, yay, anti-war. We don't like war. War is bad. But, yo, there's two things. There's two things that both parties agree on. There's two things. One of them, money. Money, 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 money. All the Democrats out there who say tax the rich, tax the rich, tax the rich, or just social, like social ideology, like take away money from the rich, give it to the poor, which is awesome. I love the idea of taxation, but they are all very conservative when it comes to money. Why? Because people do not want to give up their money. People will give up their money if the money's going to the right causes, but that's not always how it works. Most of the time, your tax money does not go to the right causes, in my opinion. There's a lot of bureaucracy. Just in my time of living this world, this great earth of ours, of ours, not ours, ours, lazy speech. I'm a lazy person. Money does not work like that. Like, the world does not look like that. Things take forever to move. Like, if you want to get the road done, it will take 3 years to get the road done. You can't just get the road done. Money's the one thing that both parties can agree on. Because when you don't have it, you want it, and when you want it, you want to keep it. That's not a party line. That's just how it works. And then when you don't want money, the time you don't want money is when you have so much money, money doesn't even make sense for you. That's why, like, super rich people give up so much money. And I guess I'm just an asshole because there's some people who give up their money, but you want to get what's yours. So there's two things that both political sides of the party agree on: money and the military industrial complex, the MIC, because that's cool. And that's how I say it. The military industrial complex is the other place that both sides of the party love. It's the idea of keeping us at war all the time with something, in a conflict with something that allows us to produce income for our country, right? It allows us to keep our foot in so many different countries at a time. And there's this idea that there was this platform that Biden ran on. and I don't think Biden ran on it per se. I think his party ran on it, where we're gonna pull our troops out of the Middle East. Trump said the same thing. Both sides agree on. So the irony to me that we just bombed the hell out of the Middle East again is like you wonder why so many countries hate us. We just bombed the shit out of everything, and I'm not saying that we shouldn't do it. I'm sure as mentally handicapped, I think Biden is up to a point, and I'm not saying that's like throw shade at him, just maybe slightly. But at the same time, the dude's been a senator for 40 years. The dude's been through hell and back. He's lost his wife. He lost his son with his wife. Like, the dude's been to hell and back. The dude's a real, like, he's a savage. He's been a senator in the United States for 40 years. He knows all the secrets of all the people that are hated the most. Like, he knows what's going on. He's not a dummy. Like, Joe Biden is not a dummy. He's a smart dude. He's a really smart guy, and he's the president of the United States of America. So you got to respect him a little bit. For him to just bomb another country, there's got to be some real stuff going on. Obviously, it's kind of a satire. I'm making fun of it. I'm joking. I mean, I shouldn't be joking around about a bombing, but I'm saying, yo, we're pulling the troops out. Nah, we're dropping bombs. Like, the dichotomy is the irony. I'm sorry, the irony there is so great that sometimes you just got to laugh when things are funny. And I guess bombing isn't funny. But like the whole Israel Palestine thing, we're like saying do not bomb things, and then America's like 1 month later, boom, here's a bomb for you. There you go, Iran and Syria. Take it. That's what we got for you. I don't know. I don't know. It could lead to nothing, which I think the news only covers what the news is I guess shown. I think there's a lot of shit going on that we don't know about. There's no way Syria and there's no way we would be bombing the Middle East if there wasn't like a good reason. I hope, but at the same time, I did just watch. I couldn't finish it. It was really sad, and it was kind of making me sad, and I'm like depressed, and I'm trying to stay away from that. Like, if I don't have to be depressed or sad, I'm at the point right now in my life where I'm like, just not gonna do it. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be depressed. I just want to make my money, graduate, and be happy with Taylor, and like happy with my life, and get a dog. That's all I want. I'm gonna avoid the things that make me sad. I'm avoiding people that are just depressing and sad and boring. And I'm trying to just surround my life with books, knowledge, creativity. Hence doing the vlog again, and enough money to do whatever the hell I want to do. That's what I want to do. But I'm going to get on here. I'm going to make fun of things. I'm going to laugh at things. I'm going to say things that are crazy. I'm going to say things that are might upset people. But that's been my podcast since day one. And that's what I've built this fan base around, as much as a fan base as you can get. So that's that. But it's I don't know. It's got like, you got to chuckle a little bit. Like, even if you're anti-war, I'm not like anti-war because I would wish war wasn't a thing, but you just go to the local bar on Friday, you will see two men fighting. Like, it's a natural thing that people fight, especially men. Men will always fight one another. When you don't have the capability to resolve things with words, because your emotions, you can't figure them out and communicate with somebody, and the opposite party has no time to listen to your emotions, fists are going to be thrown, bullets are going to be shot, people are going to die. And that's, if you can just look at war, it's like a really good chess piece. It's a complicated chess piece, and it's just full of people doing that. War used to be a thing where you would do it to conquer land or to stop an aggressor. Hitler, empires, to conquer land or to stop somebody who's in power that's a terrible human being. But the way that America addresses war is to put ourselves in situations and just kind of sit there and look at the people like, hey, don't mess up, dog. We will bomb you. We will hurt you. We have this tendency to just not let other places do what other places do. We have this tendency to constantly interfere with things that I not to put too much of my opinion into things, but sometimes I think we put our claws into things that we shouldn't. I don't know. I have a lot of family that's in the military, and I know people that are in the military, and those people are savages, and I'm not cut out for the military. I don't think I could be in the military. I'm not anti-military. I'm pro-military, but I don't know. I just think it's funny. But there's a real reason why he said, "Yo, we're gonna bomb them," and that real reason is not made up. It is something that he felt like he had to address, and he did it. He definitely went ahead and addressed it. Another thing I want to go ahead and talk about real quick is there is I know it's been a few weeks. It's been a few weeks. I think it's been like 2 weeks at this point, maybe 3 weeks at this point. But I want to address the NC State thing, and I want to NC State, the baseball thing. They were kicked out of they were basically disqualified from the tournament. They were disqualified from the tournament because they had a number of players who had COVID. I think they had 13, or they were down to 13 players, because the other ones couldn't play. But those 13 didn't have COVID. But they were disqualified because they broke COVID protocol. And it was upsetting because where is the college baseball World Series? Omaha. So Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah. So it's in Omaha, Nebraska. That's where the college baseball is played. Nebraska COVID restrictions. Let's see what's going on with good old all Nebraska counties are under direct May 6th at 12:01. Directed measures, Adams, I don't care. Just tell me. All right, here you go. So whatever. Where Komodo does Nebraska have COVID restrictions? What are the come on, dude, just give me a simple thing. Okay, whatever. We're just gonna go with Nebraska doesn't really have any COVID restrictions, but college baseball does. And if you can go to a baseball game, like I just went to the Bowie Bay Sox a few weeks back. You can go to baseball games right now, pretty much in the whole country, and you don't need to wear a mask. You don't need to be social distanced. You don't need to do anything. You can just go there and you can party, you can drink. We're back to normal. Yo, we're back to normal. COVID is done. Like, let's just admit it's over. Like, I hear so much. I'm gonna go on a rant. I hear so much of this stuff about this Delta variant. Like, people are going on and on about this Delta. United States COVID, right here. United States COVID. We are, yeah. These are the pockets of the U.S. most at risk. U.S. fights against COVID threatened by growing vaccine gap in the South. We have, I don't know what it is. I think if I had to hypothesize, and I am pro science, but at the same time, like, there comes to a point where the media is, I feel like at this point they have had such a bump in clicks from COVID talk that they're never going to let go of it until people just stop, like, giving them the time of the day. Like, you need to stop watching that. And I'm such a hypocrite. I'm about to talk about it right now. But this Delta variant, people are losing their minds over it. Dude, the death rate of COVID has plummeted. United States COVID deaths, right here. It has, we have had, so yesterday, 355 people died of COVID. That was, 96 people died of COVID in June 27, 2021. 96 people out of 330 million people. Like, it comes to a point where we have to just stop worrying about it. If you get the vaccine, you're fine. You're fine. Like, because, and the reason why I say that is because I believe in science. I believe in the vaccine. It works. Like, this whole fear mongering of the media to tell us, hey, the Delta variant is so spreadable, you can still get it if you got the vaccine. They're saying that like it's a big deal. Yeah, of course you can still get COVID. It's not 100% effective. It's 95% effective. There's a 5%. If you have 100 people, 5%, 5 of those people are going to get COVID. So when you're dealing with 100,000 people, 5% of 100,000 people is 5,000 people. Yeah, 5,000 people. So you can get COVID. It's not a shocker if you get COVID. But like this idea that they're just constantly like trying to, it almost seems like they're trying to scare people. And like places are starting to put back in restrictions. The WHO is saying blah 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 about like these restrictions. Like, good luck doing that. Like, good luck doing it. There's a point. There's a diminishing return. There's a point where how much do you have to protect us? How much does the government have to protect us? You have protected us. You have given us what we needed. Now people go out and choose to get the vaccine. If you want the vaccine, get the vaccine. If you don't want the vaccine, don't get the vaccine. It's not that hard. And it's like, if you're scared of it, if you're scared of COVID, get the vaccine. If you're scared of COVID, put a mask on. I work at a gym, there's still people who wear masks. And guess what? Nobody does. Nobody goes up to them and be like, hey, bro, why you got a mask on? Nobody does that. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. If you feel uncomfortable, put on a mask. If you don't feel safe yet, keep the mask on. If you feel really uncomfortable, put some gloves on. I don't know, put 8 masks on. But this idea that they're constantly telling us, oh, now it's a Delta variant. Yeah, of course there's a variant. How about this? How about we start figuring out where the hell COVID came from? How about we start indicting people? How about we start looking at, like, maybe this thing came from negligence? And if that's the case, then guess what? Millions of people have died because of a negligent act. And was it because the United States funded a laboratory that they knew was unsafe, but they continue to do it for gain of function research? Let's start digging this thing up. Let's start actually progressing and shutting down what happened and stop what happened and start putting on real restrictions. Instead of telling people there's a Delta variant, go run away, put a mask on. Like, chill out, bro. Like, chill, man. We have a vaccine. It's all good. It's all good. Hug people again. Go give a handshake to somebody again. It's over. And that is exciting. And why can't we be excited about that? Why can't we like cheer for that? Why do I have to? And I don't watch the news. Like, I watch Bloomberg and I watch CNBC, and they're both stocks, right? And every once in a while, like, they talk about COVID, because sometimes what's going on in COVID does affect. It unfortunately does affect the stock market. Like, and I remember it was a day in November where we had a vaccine. Pfizer came out with like 95% effective. I was up 3% that day on my stocks. Like, it does affect it up to a point. But at the same damn time, like, we have to get to a point where we just go like, this is the world we live in. People are going to continuously die of COVID. People continuously die of the cold. People continuously die of diabetes. People continuously die of obesity. And nobody is saying a damn word about it. And it's frustrating. This idea that news is fed from fear, and that's how you get people to click on things. That is disgusting, and that needs to end immediately, because that is taking advantage of people, and that is hurting everybody. It's separating everybody. COVID should not be political anymore. It should have never been political. And you know what's really fascinating is, and I'm not saying this to support Trump, but I'm saying it because it's the facts, man. Like, I remember when he was saying these things about, like, it came from Wuhan lab, and he's an idiot, right? Like, we can all admit that Trump's he's not a smart guy. Like, on an IQ, he's not like going to the top. But like, he's not a dummy. Joe Biden is not a dummy. These people aren't dummies. They're smart, but they're not gonna come up with a new equation for physics. They're not gonna sit down and write a beautiful book, a handwritten book. They're not gonna put together words in a magical way to create a new poem. They're not gonna do that. But you gotta realize, when a president says something, if they say something crazy, or it's just their opinion, then that's nuts. Like, they shouldn't, like, that's nuts. Like, calling women horse faces like he did, or whatever he did. Saying kung flu, which is absurd, and you should not say that. But here's the facts, man. This thing did come from I'm not going to say it's factual. Allegedly, it could have came from a lab. and nobody is doing a damn thing. I'm gonna Google it right now. Where did COVID come from? Let's just see. First thing that comes up. What is the original source of COVID-19? We do not know the exact source of the current outbreak of COVID-19, but we know it's originally came from an animal, likely a bat. Where did the pandemic start? It was first reported in Wuhan, China, subsequently spread worldwide. The coronavirus was officially named. So they don't even know exactly. They don't even know exactly where it came from. Yeah, we don't even know where it came from. This question used to say it came from a wet market. It doesn't say that anymore. I do know that. Lab leak theory. Someone did a whole podcast on it. Yeah, and they're trying to connect it to like all these conspiracy theories. It's just, I don't know. Like, why can't we just say it could have came there? I don't know. I don't know. Where else would it came from? China hits back at U.S. for revisiting. I mean, of course they don't want us to revisit that. Of course they don't want to. Scientists don't want to ignore the Wuhan lab leak theory despite no new evidence. Dude, I don't buy it, man. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with cryptocurrency. It's fascinating. I'm bullish on crypto, right? I love crypto. I do. I think it's a future. I think kids right now that play Call of Duty, I think kids that play Fortnite, I think kids that are on Roblox, I think kids that are on video games, kids that are on social media, they use a form of crypto. I remember in Call of Duty, I used to use money to buy COD points. Those COD points are cryptos. In the game of Call of Duty, I could only buy new skins, new weapons with COD points. I could transition my US dollar into a credit card, which would then transfer that amount into COD points, right? There's an equivalency factor. But I grew up using crypto half the time. These kids are going to grow up using crypto all the time. Venmo is basically crypto. Like I had to get my car fixed and I had to get cash. And I went to the, this is so dumb. This is not good. And I also didn't fix it. I should have fixed it. I went to go to the ATM and I put my debit card in and I tried to withdraw cash and I didn't know my PIN number at all. I had no idea what my PIN number was. So I went to a wallet to do that because they don't have a bank fee. But I ended up going to a bank and I withdrew it there. But the idea of using cash is so prehistoric to people. The only time people use cash is when you're like a server in a restaurant or you get tipped. That's pretty much the only time. Like the world that we currently live in is pretty much already crypto. We use credit cards, which was like the beginning of crypto. We use our transactions are Venmo, that's crypto. PayPal, that's crypto. We use it. Right? Square, we use it. So this story is really fascinating. And I don't know what's going on with Binance. I don't know the history of Binance. But Binance seems to constantly be getting poked at by people all the time. It's in the Cayman Islands. Of course, it's in the Cayman Islands. Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, gets banned by UK regulator. Major cryptos includes like Bitcoin, Ethereum, unfazed. Bitcoin shrugs off UK crackdown. Cryptocurrency rise despite in Japan and UK warn. Oh wow, I didn't know it was also Japan. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it, but it's been getting, I don't know, it's been getting a lot of shots lately, and I don't know if like months are gonna go by and it's gonna come out like, oh, the founder of this, or like here's a conspiracy, or maybe this is why, or maybe like the safety reasons. Once again, I do believe that if a big organization, if a UK regulator is saying, hey man, you can't use it anymore, I don't think it's because they just hate cryptocurrency. I think there's a reason for it. And I don't know, like, it's fascinating to see crypto just it's surging, right? It's obviously down right now. It's down like 40% on the month, but it's gonna go back up. And when it goes back up, it's gonna go back harder. I still think it's gonna close at 100K this year. Kathy Wood believes that. The Winklevoss twins, they said that at the Bitcoin conference. Homeboy Elon and Tim Cook, no, not Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey and Elon. Jack Dorsey, who's he's a Bitcoin maximalist, and Elon Musk, who is a Bitcoin advocate, but he's also a Dogecoin advocate too. He loves crypto, right? They're having a conversation. They're going to talk about it. They're going to talk about Bitcoin. I think it's going to be a very fascinating conversation. It's going to be one that is going to help Bitcoin. I think Jack Dorsey is going to clarify a lot of points to Elon. And I think Elon's going to speak about Dogecoin. And I think you're going to see a change of the way that both of the whole crypto world is viewed when they have a conversation, because you're not having just regular Tom 1 and Tom 2 talking. You're having Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter and Square, a guy who is an incredibly smart guy, a guy who some would say is one of the top 10 most powerful people in the world because he controls Twitter, and Twitter is an extremely, extremely strong platform that has the capability it has, and it's already done it. It's changed the minds of a lot of Americans in this country, and it gives a platform to millions and millions and millions of people worldwide where you can exchange ideas. And then you have Elon Musk, who is, one of the smartest guys, one of the top 10 most influential guys in the world, and I would say the number one most influential guy on crypto, good and bad, whatever side of the party you're on. I like Elon Musk a lot. I'm pro Elon. I think what he does is incredible. I think when you have a guy like him, you can't expect both sides. Everything he do. He wants to live on Mars. He's Starlink to connect people to the internet from the entire world. People don't realize that, like, in poorer parts of the country, the closer you get to the middle of the country, there's internet, but the internet sucks ass. Like, I have family members who have internet that just sucks ass. I just took a massive fart. And people forget that. So he has that going on. He has SpaceX, for NASA, get us to Mars. He's at Tesla, which, by the way, Tesla is not just a fast car, pretty car, and good for the environment, quote unquote. It depends how you think, like, the production's made and all that, and mining for lithium and all that. But I think it's better than burning diesel. So, that's all I got to say with that. What was I going to say? Jesus Christ, I forgot. It's so ADD. But yeah, they're going to have a conversation. I think it's going to be a good conversation. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to see what happens. And I think a lot of good's going to come from that. And although I think those guys may be on different sides of the spectrum when it comes to Bitcoin, I think they're going to get together and they're going to help fresh out a lot of misunderstandings. What else is going on? What else is happening? Nothing in, like, the world of sports. Don't really care about sports too much. With arms made of pig snouts discovered in South Pacific. What is that all about? A living fossil with arms made of pig snouts. What does that even mean? An 8-armed, pig-snouted brittle star found in the depths of the South Pacific has roots reaching back to the days of the dinosaurs. The brittle star, which has a body of 1.1 inch in diameter and arms approximately 3 inches. Whoa. Pig snouts. I guess that kind of looks like a pig snout. I'll give you that. Represents a completely new family of these starfish relatives. One with members dating back to 180 million years ago. The brittle star may lurk in an environment 1,180 feet deep that hasn't changed much in millions of years. The tropics at this depth seem to be a ripe spot for discovering evolutionary relics or surviving species of very old groups of organisms to study later. Also, they discovered a new human, too. New human discovery. Let's just Google that. Dragon Man skull discovered in China could be a new species of human. Dragon skull. The discovery of a new skull dating back more than 140,000 years ago could fundamentally alter our understanding of human evolution, scientists say. That dude looks wild. A skull preserved almost perfectly more than 140,000 years ago in northeastern China represents a new species of ancient human more closely related to us even than the Neanderthals and could fundamentally alter our understanding of human evolution, scientists say on Friday. It belonged to a large brain male in his 50s with deep-set eyes and thick brown ridges. Though his face was wide, it had flat, low cheekbones that made him resemble modern people more closely than other extinct animals of the human family tree. The research team has linked this specimen to a Chinese fossil findings and is calling the species Homo longi, or dragon man, a reference to the region where it was discovered. The Harbin cranium was first found in 1933, 67, 88 years ago, in the city of the same name, but was reportedly hidden in a well for 85 years. Dicks. 67, 86 years ago. To protect it from the Japanese army. It was later, they didn't want it to get shot. It was later dug up and handed to Ji Huang, a professor at Herbie GEO University in 2018. Our analysts, the Harbin group, is more closely linked to Homo sapiens. That's cool. I don't know. I think they're gonna end up finding it that the humans just came from space. That they're not even evolution's a fake thing, and Jesus put them down here. But yeah, I think we covered everything. I cried. I covered a lot of things I wanted to talk about. I forget them all already because ADD. But I don't think I have anything else to talk about. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for you beautiful people out there listening to my podcast, giving a chance every single week, twice a week. I will be back with the vlogs. Stay up to date with Instagram, Twitter, and all that good stuff. I will continue. I will start vlogging hopefully this week. Got to get my camera battery charging. It looks like it's struggling with that, but we'll get back to it. And in the meantime, guys, you guys can catch up on the podcast. Go over to like, comment, subscribe on this one. You guys can fund the podcast. You can go ahead and donate if you want to. First link in the bottle. First link in the description. Donor box. Thank you guys so much, girls and guys, internationally, for listening to the Michael Lab Show. I will see you people in episode 206, I believe, on Tuesday. Peace out. Hopefully Tuesday. It may not be Tuesday, but whatever. I'll let you guys know. Peace out. See ya.